Hi guys! So I am actually filming on the other wall of my office for once. I tried filming in front of my old space and I just felt really disconnected and I just didn't like it and it was just really annoying me. I'm crossing my fingers in 2019 I can figure out like a good filming space for me, but for now we're just gonna do a blank canvas because it's 2019, it's a new year. That's pretty much a blank canvas in itself. It just felt fitting for the video and I'm just gonna work with it. And I just realized that my glasses have been on this whole time, but that's okay because this is the intro, so what up? Last year I did a 2017 year in review, which is pretty much like a yearly wrap up. I went over some things in relation to my YouTube channel, my YouTube stat, and then I went over like my favorite memories and achievements and all my concerts, and then I led into like things I look forward to or like predictions for the following year. So I'm pretty much going to do the same exact timeline, just a little bit different, maybe a little more montagey, but I have everything written in my precious YouTube journal here. For 2018, a lot of stuff happened. I like to do a start subscribers and start total views, and I put that on the first day of the year, and then on the very last day of the year, like at midnight, I put the end subscribers and end total views. So I can see how much I truly like grew in a year's span. And it's just really cool to like see how different like each year like my channel may grow more this year than it did last year. Like it's crazy because it's like these are people. I don't look at it as like, oh, views and subscribers. It's like these are people. These are people that are interacting with me throughout the 12 months, and it's just insane to like numb it down to a number. It's just really crazy. So in 2018 on January 1st I had 5,227 subscribers. My end subscribers in 2018 grew really rapidly and I ended the year with 9,151 subscribers, and that number is going up every single day. Even if it's only 1 or 2 people, it's still growing. I'm still reaching more people in the community and I'm still making more friends in the community as well and having discussions with you guys, which is something that I really love doing. I love having discussions. I love being able to connect with you guys on similarities and like common interests, and it's just really crazy and like cool that we have the technology to do this with people, and I just really appreciate it on that aspect. In total views standpoint, my start total views was 902,066. I think in 2017, I predicted that in 2018 I would get 6,000 subscribers. Girl, you got 3,000 more than that. And I predicted that I would reach 1 million total views, and I hit 1,539,305 total views. 600,000 views in 12 months, which is insane. It's a big deal. It warms my heart and I really appreciate it, and I love you guys so much for being a part of this. And my chair is squeaking and it's really annoying me, but it just genuinely means a lot to me. So I guess the first thing that we're gonna jump into real quickly, I don't want to take too long with this because this is a pretty lengthy list. I mean, this is my record for the most concerts attended in a year span. So I'm just gonna go over them in order of the first to the very last, and I may share like 1 or 2 things, like a favorite memory or something. So the first concert that I went to was for Philip Phillips, and this was on April 10th at the Beachland Ballroom in Cleveland, Ohio. I took one of my college friends and it was her first concert, which was really cool. I love taking concert virginities. That's like such a weird term, but like it's fun, honestly. It was a really chill set. It was really interesting. There was a lot of older people, and when I mean older people, I'm talking like 60 years and up. Like it was crazy. And I've been following Philip Phillips since he was on American Idol, you know, and I had a flip phone and I was like texting the number to vote for him, and it's just really nostalgic. So it was cool to see him again. I don't know. I think that I'm just at the point now where it's like I still like have like an appreciation for him, but I don't think that I would see him live again. The next concert that I went to was 5 Seconds of Summer, and that was April 13th, and that was in Toronto, Canada, and it was at Danforth Music Hall, I think was what it was. was. Really tiny venue. This is when Five Sauce was promoting leading up to Youngblood, and they were touring really small venues for the fans to make it really intimate. And I have a Canadian pen pal. I think we've been friends for 4 or 5 years now. I always get it, like, it's always like an estimate. I'm pretty sure we're going on 5 years now, I think. And we'd never met before, and it was always like a joke slash dream, like when we'd write letters to each other, because we were old school, we loved writing letters to each other. We would talk about meeting at a Five Sauce concert because Five Sauce is the reason why we became friends, and it finally happened, and it was so magical to finally meet her. It was really emotional, and I love her to death, and I miss her every single day, and I just hope to be able to see her again in 2019. So she really made the concert for me and was just like a great bonus. But that was a really great show, like one of my favorite shows of the year. Obviously, I love Five Sauce so much, and they're what started this YouTube channel, so it's really cool to see it come like full circle. The following day, which I've never done a concert back to back, but it happened, we actually saw Why Don't We at the same venue, so at the Danforth Music Hall. And the main reason why we did that was because my friend was going with her cousin, and I was like, okay, I guess we'll buy some tickets. It was sold out, but they were only, I think, $40 each on SeatGeek, so I didn't think that that was really bad for a show. It was a good experience. Very, like, I feel like I was like happy I was never a Directioner, because I feel like if I went to a One Direction concert, the fans would just ruin the experience for me because there was just so much screaming. And it's like, I just felt so out of place. I was like, I'm like too old for this, I think. After that, we went to see AJR and Max at the House of Blues in Cleveland, and that was April 18th, so 4 days later. We went to go and see them. It was kind of just like, I saw Max posted on Twitter that he was going on tour, and I love Max. Max has been one of my YouTube inspirations since I started when I was so young. I would always watch his cover videos, and I just loved him. So to see that he was going on tour and he was coming to Cleveland, I was like, I have to go. We were more excited to see Max, or like I was from the get-go. But then when AJR came on, it was kind of just like, meh. It was like, I think this was a phase. Still like the Clique. I still think AJR is a good band, but I think that I quickly just outgrew them, and like I said, I think we just listened to them way too much that it just didn't set right with me personally. Yeah, but Max was great. I actually got to meet Max, so that was really cool. June 17th, we went to go and see Imagine Dragons, and that was my 3rd time seeing Imagine Dragons. I saw them on their Night Visions tour, I saw them on their Smoke and Mirrors tour, and of course I had to go and see them on their Evolve tour. And a lot of people didn't really understand why I was going to the Evolve tour, because I made a Evolve video album reaction. I blatantly stated that like I didn't really enjoy the album. Imagine Dragons was my first band that I saw live and really started my connection with live music, and it was that year and then the years following that I always went to a concert every single year. Like, it was just the start of my concert appreciation. So I just have mad respect for them. I think that they do an amazing show and they're phenomenal live. Even if you don't like a song, you hear it live, it's just a totally different experience, because that's just the ability that they have, and I think that's something that's overlooked. Hold like a very special place in my heart because of the love for live music that they showed me. So if they go on tour for Origins, I would probably go see them, but I'd probably buy like boondock seats. But again, it's just like being there with the experience. Like, it's so different and so powerful. We saw 5 Seconds of Summer 2 days later, June 19th. When we were at the AJR concert, Five Sauce announced that they were going to be performing in Columbus at a music festival, and they were headlining it, and I was like, oh my god, we have to go, because this is after the album comes out. They're going to perform new songs. It's going to be a totally different experience. So I bought the tickets while I was in the pit at the AJR concert. We saw, who else did we see? We saw some guy named Spencer that's from Ohio, but I wasn't really that into his set. Sorry. I think Pretty Much, was it Pretty Much, or who was the boy band? I don't know who the boy band was, but again, too many crazy yelling teens, too many girls DMing them right in front of me trying to hook up after the show was just not my cup of tea. Bozzy, he was pretty cool to see live. I've heard a lot of mixed feedback on him live, like people say that he like lip syncs and stuff. He was fun to see live. I don't know if I would necessarily see him live again, but now I'm into his music a little bit more than I was before, and that's something that can always be appreciated. And then 5 Sauce came on, and let me tell you, the pictures from that show are freaking everywhere. Unfortunately, even though Youngblood had come out already, it was the same exact set list from when we saw them in Canada, so it was kind of just like a sort of moment. It was like, okay, I'm here because, you know, I love 5 Sauce so much. Obviously, I had a good time. It was just a little bit upsetting that they didn't at least perform like one new song. Would have been really nice. July 6th, I saw Logic for the second time. It was so magical. We actually got to see NF and Kyle as well. I used to listen to Kyle a lot when I was in 9th grade, I think. So I was aware of Kyle. I was excited to see him. I think that he did a really good show. I think he was a friendly, fun guy. My first time seeing NF, I was so excited because I tried to see NF in 2016, but it just didn't work out. So it was a great time to finally see him live because I've always liked NF. My friend got me into NF and I've just loved him ever since. So I think I went more hard on NF's set than Logic's because 1, I filmed way more footage for NF, and 2, I was like rapping and like jumping up and down and like really trying to interact with him the entire set. I was so freaking excited. So by the time that Bobby came on, I was like whipped. Like I was wounded, I was sweating, I was beat. For Logic though, I was a lot more immersed in the set and just like really focusing on him. And I only filmed I think 2 little clips from the show that were related to Bobby because I was so immersed in it. And Logic has just had a huge impact on this channel, especially in the beginning of 2018. Holy crap, you guys are insane. 2018 I feel like was the year that I really connected with the Rat Pack, and also that Logic, you know, finally blew up. And after supporting him since like 2014, it's been insane. Like I'm like, my heart is so full, my heart is so like warm, I'm so proud. I feel like I like really know him personally, and it's just an amazing experience. He actually acknowledged me after the show on Twitter. I was posting pictures and you know, that's a whole thing. That's a whole thing. But basically he followed me afterwards and knew who I was and said that it was great seeing me, so thanks, Bobby. October 9th, we actually went to go and see NF again because when we first saw Logic, I took my friend, my childhood friend since I was like in 5th grade, and we became best friends, and we're still best friends. We talk all the time, we hang out, it's great. So I actually got him into Logic, so then as a graduation present I bought him a Logic ticket, and that's why he went with us. So then as like a thank you present, he bought Brandon and I tickets to go and see NF. Performed pretty much the same songs, but again it was his own show, so it was a totally different experience than him being the opening act. We actually met NF, which was really cool. Bro, we just met NF. Such a chill guy. I know how he likes his salad now, and I made a whole entire story time on that if you guys want to go ahead and check that out. And then what I thought was going to be my last concert of the year was 21 Pilots on October 23rd, and that was such a good show. Brandon was so excited, and like we dressed up, and it was just such a good experience. Like I've never really got that invested in dressing up and looking like part of the, you know, fan base, part of the family, and having such a great time at a show. And I thought Trench was such a good album, such a great step up from Blurryface, because I personally didn't really like Blurryface. So Trench just completely blew my mind, beat all my expectations, and we're actually going to see them 2 more times this year, and I'm really excited for that. But that wasn't my last show because I actually won tickets to see 303 through a Twitter contest on the House of Blues' website, and 303 has been my childhood. Again, 4th, 5th grade me loved 303, still love 303, and I will always love 303. I know people think they're cliche, think they're corny, but it's like so different to like listen to how raw and crazy their music is and like how it was accepted, and just think like if that came out today, nobody would listen to them. Like it's just crazy like how society and how the world changes. So into the set, I was singing, I was jumping, I was bumping, I was so friggin' excited, and it was all free, and we got you know, a free meal, we got some free merch, and it was just a really good experience. But what I forgot to tell you guys is that my first concert was actually Panic at the Disco March 19th. Me and one of my best friends, I was trying to find somebody to like want to go do this with me, but Panic at the Disco was performing at the Grog Shop in Cleveland, which is I think it's only supposed to hold like 200 people, but they fit 400 people in the venue, and there was over, I think, like 1,500 people waiting in line to try and get these tickets. We actually met up with a girl there, started talking, and then she like kind of grabbed us and pulled us in line, and we were like the 40th people in line. It was such a good show too. I loved seeing Brennan Urie. I know I wasn't a huge fan of Pray for the Wicked, but this was like a promotional show. It was all old music, nothing new. It was the first show. It was my first pop-up show experience. It was just a lot of fun. It was so unique, and I just really enjoyed it. Leave it to me to say that I didn't want to talk about those that long, and now I have 24 minutes of footage of me just talking about concerts. So I went to 11 shows in 2018. I don't think I'll go to that many in 2019 because your girl needs a job. Your girl needs to save some money. We're going to move on to my memories from 2018. So these are just pinpoints. So I'm just gonna go over the list really quickly here, and yeah, the first thing I have is that I got an iPhone 8 Plus. I've been a strict Android user for, you know, 19 years. I did own like iPods and stuff, but I never owned an iPhone. But now I just love how the iPhone looks, and I really hope down the road that they will implement a micro SD card feature, but I feel like they won't, because by them not doing that, it promotes the sale of their biggest gigabyte phone, which gives them the most like bang for their buck, you know, and like it just is a total cash grab. Next thing on my list is that I met my friend of 4 years, Marissa, the one that I mentioned earlier about the Five Sauce concert. Traveled to Toronto, that's what my second note is, and we got to experience the city. Crazy. Wasn't really fun. Don't recommend driving at any point in time. Always take the subway. Which is crazy because that was our first time on a subway, but on the way home we went to Niagara Falls, and that was a lot of fun, and it was just really pretty, really beautiful. I got my second tattoo, which was my foot, which was my goat memorial tattoo. I did a whole entire video on that if you guys want to go ahead and check that out. And then I got my third and my fourth tattoo. My third tattoo is on my ribs, and my fourth tattoo was just an add-on to my first tattoo, but I kind of count it as like its own tattoo because I really want to forget my first tattoo experience. Something else I got to do was surprise my mom with Shawn Mendes tickets for Mother's Day. That was so exciting. She was so excited. She's like, okay, August 6th. All right, I'll remember that. And I'm like, it's 2019, Mom, not 2018. And she was like, oh, damn. So she's so excited to go and see Shawn again. My mom loves Shawn Mendes, and I'm really excited. Those tickets were really friggin' expensive, so love you, Mom! The next thing is Logic tweeted me. He tweeted me several times this year, like freaking 5 times this year. It's insane. Very thankful, very blessed. Found out that he watches my videos because he recognized who I was, and he also followed me. Recap pretty much of what I said earlier, but Bobby, if you're watching, love you. Thanks for all the support. The next thing I have is getting Cinder. I've been wanting a Dalmatian puppy for the past 16 years, and I finally got one this year and had her in our family, and it's just been such a magical experience. She's literally the kindest, most warm-hearted, sweetest, friendliest dog I've ever experienced. You can follow Cinder's journey and everything that she has to do. There's a bunch of videos on her already. There's actually a playlist if you guys want to go ahead and check it out. So the next category is achievements. So these are things that I achieved in 2018. So I did hit 1 million views. I hit 1 million views on February 28th, so it didn't take that long into the year for me to hit 1 million views. And following that, I hit 6,000 subscribers March 22nd. So again, it didn't really take me that long to hit either one of those YouTube goals that I had for the year. Finished half of my college career, kind of. I mean, I have 1 semester left this semester, and then I graduate with my associate, so technically I'm over halfway done. But I am going to eventually go back to get a bachelor's. Yeah, it's kind of halfway, but it's not halfway. I got my second job. That only lasted 6 weeks, but hey, it was a small amount of income. It did help me out, and I got some experience from it, and it's just unfortunate that it just didn't work out. Just wasn't meshing with me. I got a technology scholarship specifically from my college, so I got $500 to help me out for the next 2 semesters. Purchased my first home with Brandon, my fiance. We've been here for 3 months now. I was hoping to do a video on like owning a house at such a young age because I'm 19 years old, he's 21, and I have had a few people ask me questions about it, so I was thinking about doing a video about that later on. I made it onto the Dean's List for the first time in my college career. Whoop whoop. So now we're on to the last category, which is 2019. So these are the things that I look forward to and my predictions. Right now, the only thing I have that I specifically look forward to is concerts, and I have 4 confirmed. So like with my predictions, I have a We'll See Logic again. Really hoping that Logic tours this year. I know it's a really exciting year for him because he's got some projects planned and everything. But hoping he goes on tour and that I'm able to go, like as long as he comes near me. I think that I will hit 10,000 subscribers, which will be absolutely insane. I cannot wait to hit 10,000. I have so many things planned for when I hit 10,000. Is getting my 3rd job because I obviously have to get a 3rd job. I printed off some resumes and applications, and I have a few places that I want to apply to, and I'm super excited to get back into working and get out of the house and not be like limited to being at the house and like making money again. Like it just... Your girl needs some money. I predict that I'll get my 4th tattoo because I know what I want on my other foot to go with my goat, my pear. Another prediction, which is like kind of reaching for it, but kind of not, is I'll hit 2 million views. That concludes my year in review. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this journey. Thank you guys for the endless support and love. Thank you guys for all that you do. I wish you all the best in 2019. I hope that this is your year. I hope that you spread some peace, love, and positivity and get rid of the negativity and don't let people bring you down. And I just hope that it is genuinely your year. I hope you get some clear skin. I hope that you're feeling good about yourself. You gain some confidence, that you just realize that you're invincible. And life is life. Things happen for a reason, and life is good. You deserve to be here. I genuinely love you guys. Thank you so much for making 2018 an amazing year, and I look forward to everything that you guys will bring 2019 and everything that we'll be able to do together. I will see you again very, very soon. Peace out, Girl Scouts.